Welcome to Acoustic Chef.
Hey, bro.
That was a joke, bro. That was a joke. I was playing around.
This is D. Will.
This is Ebony.
Oh, we gonna go with that? Let's start over. Shit, I was just playing around. I told you I was just playing around.
It was
Bro,
fine though.
What was you playing around? What was that?
I was just saying, welcome to Acoustic. I was just bullshit.
Good morning, Vietnam or something?
Good, let me stop. Yeah. Anyways, welcome to Acoustic Chef. This Capel.
And this is Regina.
Yeah.
What are we talking about today? How y'all been?
What's up,
I'm
Ebony?
good. I am good.
Nothing much. What's up, D. Will? Hey, y'all. It's good to see y'all again.
Exactly. Good to see y'all again. Like I hadn't seen y'all, the last 2 hours.
Like 10 minutes.
Yeah. A lot can change in a New York minute.
Straight up.
Mm-hmm. The Ebony
What's
with the
a
new
New York
background.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of cleaned up my place between shows,
What's a New York minute?
I don't know. Anything
Yeah.
can change real fast.
What that mean when people say
Faster
that?
than a regular minute.
They move fast. Our minutes, when we say we'll call you back in a minute, it may be next week. But a New York minute is less than a minute. Anything can change.
Sure, that makes sense. Good.
I just made that up. I'm glad it made sense.
That's on the lines of a country mile. Like, what's a country mile? It ain't the same in the country.
Hey, I get that. Because when you in the city, you don't even realize you're going so far. But in the country, you like, God damn, I feel like I've been driving forever. Yeah, that makes sense to me, for real.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what it is, man. Anyway, what's up with y'all?
Man,
Nothing. Getting ready to go. Getting ready to start school next week.
exactly. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
That's what I am right now. Ready to eat something.
Did you cook?
I ain't cooked nothing. That's the problem. And it's late, so I had to find something. I may do some breakfast. Good old eggs, bacon, avocado toast. Hook it up.
Oh, okay. We did some mac and cheese. My husband put some jerk chicken. Well, some chicken on the grill. He seasoned it with jerk, and I did some baked beans. So that's what we're doing tonight.
Oh, that sounds good.
Because I said jerk mac and cheese. Is that why y'all doing it? Or?
No, we was already doing it. I can show you.
I like to be an inspiration,
Oh, please.
It's like the fourth or fifth show that, between Eb and Damien that y'all done brought up jerk chicken and kind of had some words.
I love
that. Damien challenged us to, his jerk wings that he make them better. And Ebony, you said that y'all can go anytime. So
anytime.
Hey, I just want to be there to taste, and we could judge.
Anytime. We'll do it. Let's do it.
Let's have a jerk off. Pause.
Oh my gosh. We went from WAP to jerk off. Oh my gosh.
That was a good one.
Okay, he gets 1 point.
My jerk pretty straight though,
That was one of them kind of funny dad jokes.
Yeah.
Chicken that I use or whatever. Why are you saying that, Capel?
Because that was a dad joke.
Oh, okay.
Let's have a jerk off. Yeah.
That was a dad joke.
You've been waiting to say that.
It was funny, but it was a dad joke.
Oh, okay.
You seem offended. Bro.
Hey, I'm just asking questions, bro. I just like to ask questions or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I feel.
Make sure dad joke is not something offensive. Like, should
not.
he be offended by it or not?
Nah, he
what
shouldn't
does that
be offended
mean?
by it. You ain't never seen videos where the dudes go back and forth with dad jokes? Some of those videos are hilarious. Like dad jokes can be funny.
And they're really corny.
Yeah.
Yeah, very.
Usually.
Yeah.
Laugh? I mean, does it matter if it's corny or not? You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah, it definitely matters.
Why does it matter if you still laugh? What's a joke? The purpose of a joke is to make you laugh.
Yeah, sometimes we're laughing with you, sometimes at you. That one was funny because it caught us off guard. But any other time it'd be wah wah wah. It's not funny.
I don't know. I have to agree with you on this one, David. If you make somebody laugh, then the deal is done. I mean, when they're laughing. I mean, if somebody laughing at you, that may be their purpose. Like example, Damien, you said that joke knowing that we were gonna laugh, whether it was the joke was super sophisticated or I'm just being silly, and I know I'm being silly. Like sometimes that's the reason why you say it.
Yeah, it's like I set that joke. Okay. I set the joke up and I executed.
Yeah, you executed that very well. I think that was done well.
Kind of like what's the name? I guess it's about your audience too. remember, Capel? I know you gonna remember when War Machine with Don Cheadle had told the joke to who it was, to Thor and Iron
Oh
Man
yeah,
about
yeah.
dropping the tank, and I was like,
Yeah.
boom, and they was
And they like, oh, okay, yeah. And then he told the other group of people, and he was like,
yeah,
yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
like
Oh,
that joke
okay.
usually kills.
This is true. You know, everybody, this dismissiveness that you're giving us right now.
Because I just don't know what y'all talking about.
Okay.
And I have dry humor, so I get it, but I'm just, I don't know. But speaking of movies, has anyone seen Project Power this week with
Man,
Jamie
that's what
Foxx?
I haven't
everybody
seen
been
it
talking
yet,
about it.
but I
I
want to
know.
see.
I want to
Yeah.
watch it.
Oh gosh, we're gonna talk about it when everybody sees it. I thought it was good. I think Damon, you're really gonna like it. It reminded me
Nah, I
of
saw
something.
it.
Will, oh, you did?
Yeah, I saw it.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
What's
I
your
liked
thoughts?
it. I
You like
liked
it
it.
That
I
was
too?
thought it
good.
was it was pretty straight or whatever. It wasn't like no blockbuster
Will
or whatever,
Smith.
but nah, I like Jamie Foxx. He's one of my favorite actors. Whatever. Jamie a
It's
fool. He's one
yeah,
of
it
my
is.
favorite comedians too. But yeah, it was pretty straight or whatever. I was expecting something different at the end though. You know
Shut
what
up.
his huh? I'm
Shut
not
up.
gonna say it, Capel.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I'm
my
just
thing
saying.
is, I thought it was a great movie, and I think too, also with things being on like Netflix. I mean, the best movie I've seen lately was the one with is it Ashley Judd? That's not Ashley Judd. Y'all know what I'm talking about when she was like the people they're fighting and they died and they come back.
Oh, Charlize
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
Theron or whatever.
Charlize
Theron.
Theron. So that's like the
The
best one I've
old
seen lately.
the
But I
old
mean,
guard.
to
Yeah.
be at home and not go to the movies, I mean, this is, I'm looking for the best blockbusters I can get, just, not really paying anything. So
Yeah.
Nah,
thank
that
you.
one was straight.
Speaking of blockbusters, I know
Oh look.
I'm a
Hold that
comic.
thought, Capel, because
Oh,
I don't want
okay.
to
Okay, brother,
segue
go
yet.
ahead.
I just want to say about that movie, I like the fact that they kept it. It was based in New Orleans or whatever, and they made it. It was real. It was real New Orleans. It wasn't like they was trying to use these fake Dixie accents and all of that type of stuff or whatever. Down here in New Orleans, they wasn't
Yeah.
talking like that.
It
You know
was
what I'm saying? It was real. It was like
authentic.
real New Orleans or whatever. So that was pretty straight. I like that about it.
That's
And
cool.
Jamie Foxx didn't have a fake accent neither.
Yeah.
And
Cool.
Yep.
hold up one more time before you go, Capel.
I
I
didn't even
did.
start.
I know you almost started. I
No, I
saw
didn't.
I saw concussion,
Okay.
and I'm looking at you, Regina, because man, you be hating on my boy Will, but
That was a good movie.
Will
That
played
was one of the good ones.
Will Smith, an American black brother from Philly with a high top fade. You know what I'm saying? That have been on a American sitcom, and we love the dude. He's totally American black dude. This dude played a Nigerian,
He
and we
did.
believed it, and we thought it was real. That's why I say the dude is, he the greatest actor, man.
I think he's great.
He's a good actor. I didn't
Yeah.
Yeah.
say he wasn't a good actor. I said he's made some trash films. Some of them just weren't good. And I was like, what the
reject
hell?
these.
Like, was
I
he
reject
Yeah.
these, Satan.
I'm not about to do that
Behind it.
again.
like, what are you
Nah.
doing, sir? What is
Nah.
this movie? What is this? What is the point of this? Were you bored? Like, who? Don't
Yeah.
get me started.
Yeah, let's not get us started.
Don't get me started.
Go ahead, Capel.
You sure? You ain't got one more or two more?
Anyway, so yeah,
Yeah.
so yesterday,
Like I was
go ahead.
saying, nah. I know we got some superhero movie fans in here. No, Regina, you say you are. Damien, you are. I mean, I don't know if you said you were or not, but
I watch him. No, I'm not a fan.
X-Men. We got a new X-Men called The New Mutants that's coming out. It's supposed to be August 28th. They say in theaters. I didn't realize theaters was actually open. I won't be going to the movies to see it, but I will be seeing it whenever I'm able to see it at my house.
Which
Yeah.
one is it? What is
It's
it
called
called?
the New Mutants. It's like the new spin, like the new spawn of X-Men movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, they started 15-cent movies, I think, last week at some theaters. So,
Well, Star
15
Cinema.
cent. Damn.
Okay.
Trying to
Star
get them people to
Cinema.
come in.
Star Cinema been open though. They've been showing like older movies and maybe a couple of like maybe last year movies.
is that the Dollar movie?
Mixed in. Nuh-uh. You never been to
Oh,
Star Cinema Grill?
nah, I've been to Movie Grill,
Nah. Studio Movie Grill.
Studio Movie Grill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah. Star Cinema. They're like most of them are brand new, so you get like a great movie experience going to Star Cinema, and they food is good too.
Okay.
They actually, the one by us, I don't know if they all doing it, but the one by us is putting up like some, I guess not screens, but they setting up portable like drive-in
Oh yeah, we have some
seats
drive-ins over
outside.
here. Yeah.
I'll do
Oh
a
really?
drive-in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to
we'll.
do a drive-in.
It's a
Hey,
roof. The rooftop movie grill has a drive-in in Spring
Hmm.
as well. And then
okay.
there's a drive-in, one that's a staple drive-in that's like in Tomball.
I thought it was in Hockley.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, yeah,
yeah, it is
that
out that way.
Hockley. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty. I think what I know that's kind of far or whatnot. It's probably at least about 45 minutes to an hour for us.
Well, not for me. No,
Yeah,
definitely not. I mean, I
I
can get
think
to
it
Prairie
is.
View. No, it's not. I mean, I can get to Prairie View from my house in
Oh
like
yeah, you
45
down the
minutes.
yeah you
So I
down the
mean, to
road.
go to Hockley, that's just one exit past the Cypress outlet.
Yeah,
So
okay. I thought it was further than that, but
no, I mean it's in the middle between Tomball, whatever. Our viewers
yeah,
don't care. So, but it's not far.
That's true. It's
they
not
might
far.
care. They might.
Yeah, they gonna
They
go to
might be
Hockley
headed
and
out
catch
that
a
way.
movie.
I like the drive-in.
I haven't done the drive-in. I might need to do that.
Never
Sound
been
like
to a
fun.
drive-in, huh?
Nah, I haven't.
Cause you grew up in a small, rural area or whatever, so you don't know nothing about the big city life and stuff like that or whatever.
I grew up in the
You
same
know what I'm
place you grew
saying?
up in. Shut the hell up.
Hey, bro, hey, bro, I'm originally from Watts, California, Los
Yeah,
Angeles,
you
South
lived there for
Central.
2 days. You lived there for
I
two
know,
days, and then you
I
came
know
to
about,
Louisiana.
I know about the drive-in movie theater.
Hey, bro, you didn't ask me if I knew about it. You asked me if I've been. I know about it.
I've been, sir.
You know what?
That's all I'm saying.
I'm glad you've been. I'm happy for you. Let's move on. What we talking
Anyway,
about today? What we talking about today,
I
D.
think we're
Will?
talking about we got a one-time thing that has happened. We got a groundbreaking uh precedent that is occurring in the vice president nominee or runner is Kamala Harris or
Yes,
whatnot. She's black, she's African American, and she's what
Indian.
is she, Indian? Yeah.
Hmm.
Not Indian like Native
Indian in my
American.
family.
Yeah.
Gee,
She
from
red
from
dot.
India.
Yeah, red dot Indian, like the Punjab region, that type of Indian or whatever. But so I don't really have much thoughts on this honestly because I do like the fact that we getting a woman in there. Do like the fact that she's black. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with all of that, but I really don't like the ticket, and I don't like what we have in office. So I personally feel like I got to pick between two poisons. Am I gonna get bit by a snake or a spider? You know what I'm saying? Like which death do I want? That's how I
You
feel.
know, from the perspective of the president, I agree. South Park had an episode where they did they had the presidential nominees between the douche and the turd. That's what this is. It's like pick your poison, which one. But I'm gonna focus on Kamala Harris. Excuse me, Kamala Harris, because to me that's groundbreaking. It opens a door that definitely needed to be open for a long time, and I feel like we're gonna have 4 years of hopefully Biden, in comparison to Trump. But with Kamala Harris being the vice president, it just gives me reason to have hope for that particular job in the future. You know, I mean, it's a 4 year job. It is what it is. We got to deal with it. But we know what's coming with the next presidency. Hopefully, it's Biden, who's not great, um, and definitely hope it's not Trump, who's terrible. Like I said, it is what it is. If we could speed up the process to get somebody like Kamala in there faster, I would jump on that, but we can't. So I was glad to hear that she was picked on to run with him as vice president, and I'm hoping her influence as vice president actually helps his presidency because Biden, I mean, shit, I don't know for a fact, but man, he seemed like he 2 steps away from death or dementia or something.
Dementia, definitely.
Like something. Like he looked like he not all there.
I mean,
So
neither is Trump.
but at least his all there. Like me and you was having this conversation. I said like, you know, they both remind me of different types of grandfathers. One, like old grandfathers, like when they just at that point where they say and do what they want. Biden remind me of the grandfather who say inappropriate things, but not trying to hurt nobody's feelings. He just inappropriate. He just inappropriate.
Trump just don't give a damn.
And
he been inappropriate his whole life.
Trump remind me of the grandfather that's inappropriate and he know it. Like, you know, the woman, like his daughter walk in, like, damn, you didn't gain 20 more pounds? Like that kind of grandfather, the one that just say mean things all the time. They both inappropriate, but one is purposely inappropriate and the other one seems to be oblivious to the dumb shit he be saying.
Yeah. He worse than that. He grandpa that's outside like sun tanning or whatever, like butt naked.
Yeah, that's Trump. That would be Trump.
Yeah, but I think it's a celebrate. It's something good to celebrate that we got Kamala Harris as vice president nominee with Biden, and like I said, she seems to be a very strong black woman. She doesn't seem to be a woman who's just on the ticket and that's just there to be there. Like I really hope that she will have influence on the presidency if Biden wins, and that she's not just a placeholder. That's my only worry, is that she might just be a placeholder.
I don't think she'll allow herself to just be a placeholder. And I know strong black woman is intended to be like a compliment, but sometimes I feel like it's problematic to say, oh, she's a strong black woman. Can we think of another adjective to describe her? She's intelligent, she's wise, she's eloquent, she's educated. Like, there are other ways to describe a black woman other than strong, because, you know, my great grandmother was a strong black woman, but she didn't have much of an education and she carried a pistol like Medea. So, I mean, what kind of strong? Yeah, what kind of strong do you mean when you say strong black woman? Sometimes that's not a compliment, at least to me.
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
Well, no, because it's just like when people tell black people that you're so articulate. Like, what do you mean? What did you expect? You know?
Yeah, I feel that.
I'm an adult. I'm strong because I'm doing my job. You know, and we never say, look at that strong black man, or that strong white man that can speak well, you know? So, yeah, I mean, I know it's meant as a compliment, but sometimes we do feel that way.
Yeah, and I can see that. And once something like that is pointed out to me, then I make note of it. You know, of course, it is meant as a compliment. And when I say strong black woman, I use strong. When I say strong, I use that with people in general. Like, I say strong white woman because, like, I say strong black man, I say strong, you know, strong white man. I mean, I've said that before, but it's part of my vocabulary when I say it about people. So I definitely see how, you know, for me, it's just a compliment. But when somebody tells me that it can be seen as not a compliment, then I take note of it. So, and I understand what you're saying, Regina. That makes sense.
I mean, it loses its meaning, I guess, if you say it.
Well, when I say strong, I literally mean the word strong. I don't mean like. I literally mean like she is going to, she seems like the type of person that's going to speak up for herself. Mm-hmm. I'm not talking about intelligence. I'm not talking about all that. I'm talking about somebody that's going to speak up for themselves, somebody who's going to make sure that her opinion is heard and that, you know, she's like, that's what I mean by strong. And to me, that's what that means, you know, so that's why I use that word. But I know it is a word that's used often, so I can see how it could be taken the way that you just explained it. That makes sense to me. Yeah.
I'm very excited about her being on the ticket. I mean, of course, I'm not excited. This wouldn't have been my pick, you know, overall. But I mean, this is where we have, and I understand that a lot of people are upset about it, but we had a lot of people that we could have supported and we chose not to. So, I mean, if you wanted another woman or you wanted another man, what we did the Republicans' job for them. We picked everybody to pieces, and that's what I'm seeing with the ticket now. I mean, no one's even focused on Biden's history. I mean, at one point they talked about some things and some bills from, you know, decades ago, but right now all we're talking about is Kamala, as if she is the front runner, as if she is the running for the presidency. And the thing too is just like I saw some things that were very disheartening. You don't have to like her. But for these ads that say Joe in the hole, you know, or talk about
that was madness.
Yeah, and to talk about the affair that she had many, many years ago, and we don't, but grabbing by the pussy, and we say this a lot, is fine. It's locker room talk, and it's just what men do, or don't release the list of Epstein's Island and all of that. But it's just like we pick apart this woman. You may not agree with her politics. She was a prosecutor. Prosecutors prosecute. I also feel like, I had a cousin that was running for district attorney of Houston. Actually, she didn't win, but I was concerned with her, even if she would have won, just being a Black woman in that role and your job and what you have to do. Like, at the end of the day, we may not like some things, and I'm not saying that we have to agree and just be like, okay, just because they're Black, you get to do things, but also understand this is a system, and we need to step up to the system, change the laws, change the rules, because when people get put in office, they're going to have to uphold the law. Now, hopefully they do it in a partial manner. So, but at the end of the day, this is what we have. So I don't like when we're saying we're going to pick one of the best evils or the devils or whatever the case may be. I can't see it being, right now, this is just unprecedented what we're in right now, what we're dealing with, and kind of the brainwashing we're under. So I would vote for a rock for the next 4 years, honestly.
Definitely.
I mean, people, they, the problem that I have with, people who fit into the category of what you're talking about, Ebony, is like, this election, this has been happening since the beginning of however long we've been having a presidency. If you are a person who don't agree with nobody that we put in office, that's fine. If you don't want to vote, that's fine. But then shut the hell up. Unless you are out there doing something that actually makes some kind of change. Don't be a first person on social media talking about how, none of the politicians care about us. Don't be a person on social media who bring up everybody's past and the bad things they've done. Just don't be that person. Unless you are a person out there on the front lines doing something that's helping, whatever your fight is. I'm not even going to say for Black people. You may be a white person who do that, and you may have an agenda. If you're not out there fighting for your agenda, then just be one of those people that just shut up. Just don't say nothing, because you're not helping the cause at all. You're not helping nobody's cause. Like, you just talking and making noise. Biden, to me, I was telling Damon this, to me, Biden, you know what Biden represents? He represents what the hell we've always had as a president. And damn it, that ain't been great. But it's better than what the hell we got now.
Yeah.
So if, George W. Bush, did you like him? Did you like Bill Clinton? Did you like Ronald Reagan? Did you like all those other presidents? Did you?
I like them all now. I didn't.
I'm just saying, like, Biden is probably closer to that type of president than what we have now, which is not as a narcissist. I mean, I'm not even gonna go into what the hell he is.
He's a narcissist.
Saying, like, it's like somebody's gonna be a president. If you're gonna vote, make your vote matter. If you're not, then just shut the hell up. Just be quiet.
I feel that, but I'm one of those people who's still fighting for, like, normal. Like, okay, what we have as the norm or whatever is shitty. You know what I'm saying? And Trump is of course is worse than that. But I don't want to be like, I can't still strive for perfection just because of the new norm or the old norm.
That's not what I'm saying. That's definitely not what I'm saying. Because if you are a person who's speaking your mind, like you a person, Damien, and you correct me if I'm wrong. You don't like Biden as a quick.
Yo, like, something's going on with your audio or whatever. It's like,
is it still doing it? Static, y'all can hear? Huh?
I mean, well, you sound okay now. You didn't do nothing with your mic, huh?
Nah, I ain't do nothing. I'm just sitting here talking.
All right. Did you turn it up or down?
I ain't do nothing. I'm just sitting here talking.
All right.
Turn it up or down would have been doing something with my mic.
Say that, but your mic is totally different.
Hey, bro, I'm just sitting here talking.
All right, you not right now at this moment, bro. Of course, I'm looking at you.
Okay, Biden.
So Damon, I mean, you can tell me if I'm wrong, but I would think that you would say, you know what, Biden is not a great candidate. But at the same time, you would say, if you're voting for him, you would say whether you're voting for him, and you would say why. But then you also say, like, we still have to do X, Y, and Z. Like, these things still have to happen. Like, nothing's wrong with that. I'm not saying you can't criticize the person that you're supporting. What I'm saying is, don't criticize every damn thing that's available and
Right.
do nothing else but criticize. Like, if you're going to just criticize, then why are you, what are you doing outside of that then?
It's not progressive. It
It's
gets
not.
us nowhere. It gets us nowhere. We're still spinning wheels, and we're helping. Like, Trump doesn't really have to spend any campaign money if he doesn't want to. We're doing it on social media. We're spreading even the conspiracies, the pizza gates, and all of that. Like, it's ridiculous, the things that are being put out there. Some things that aren't even common sense, and people believe it.
Yep.
And it's going to help us get another 4 years of this idiot. And all he has to do is send us $1,200. And we're going to say, oh, he's done so much for Black people. And then now he's pardoning what Susan B. Anthony is like, oh, I'm doing so much for women, you know, and we're falling for it. And that's the sad thing, at the detriment of, yeah, it may not help us at the local level. It may not help me in my pockets. Trump's done so much for Black people. I haven't seen it for me, but maybe so many others, because every presidency has pardoned some people and gotten some Blacks out and some other people too. It just, they didn't invite the cameras, you know.
Where's your legislation at though? You know what I'm saying? I keep hearing about this First Step Act and all of that type of stuff. Where is it at? How is that helping me or whatnot? Every Black person isn't a prisoner or a potential prisoner, for one.
Yeah.
You know, for two, if you also boost the demand for privatized prisons or whatnot, that's kind of like counterproductive or whatnot. So you can't say that I'm giving you the First Step Act, you know, and helping some people get out of prison, but then 10 years from now, you know, we're gonna see a boost, an influx of more people going to prison.
You know what's funny is when I read on what the First Step Back was, it made me feel like this is like Stockholm Syndrome. And I'm gonna tell you what I mean by that. So I can't quote it verbatim, but what I read was basically saying that for certain prisoners that have been in jail for a certain period of time, they were re-looking at those cases, and then they were like basically letting them out if they've been in there for a certain amount of time, I guess based on a certain crime that they did or blah, blah, blah. So you know how I took that, and maybe I'm being pessimistic. I took that as, we got so many prisons, we need to clear people out to bring more people in. So they're looking at the people that's been in there for a long time, that's clear them out so we can bring more people in, because prison is a business. And yes, they're building prisons, but they're filling them up just as fast as they're building them. And if you get to a point where you have too many people in the prisons, well, you can't put nobody else in there, and then you start making money. So let's create this act that's going to let some people out, so we can still put people in, and these prisons still making money. That's literally the first thing that came to my mind when I read the First Step Act.
Bruh, everybody is so visceral when the president does something right now at this moment. Now everybody, oh yeah, he did this. Man, these people are strategic. They strategize. You know what I'm saying? The plans that they put in place right now are for years down the line. They are not for today. You know what I'm saying?
And I didn't even make my point about why I said it reminded me of Stockholm Syndrome. Because Stockholm Syndrome, for people who don't know, is like when, you know, a person kidnaps somebody, and then after the person has been with them kidnapped for a while, that person starts to depend on them, like they don't want to leave. And basically that person that's the kidnapper, they take the person, and then they start doing things for them. They start taking care of them. They feed them. They make them feel important. And now the kidnappee is like, this person cares about me. And then over the years that a relationship develops. To me, that's what this is. You fucked up. You've done wrong for so many years, and then you do something that supposedly is to help with the mistake you made, and people want to give you credit for it. You don't get credit for fucking up.
Fucking up my life.
You don't. You can't get credit for that. So I'm not going to give Trump, even if the idea was to help the prison system get people out of prison, which mostly affects Black men, even if it was to help, I'm not going to give you credit for that, because it shouldn't have been that way in the first place. And you were part of a system that supported it when it was happening. Right. So forget all this shit.
Again, we're not all prisoners, so you know what I'm saying? But
and that's true too. Yeah.
Did y'all see Mary Trump posted this video? She posted a collage of these Republican Party advocates or whatnot: Ted Cruz, Rand Paul, Nikki Haley, Marco Rubio, Kellyanne Conway, Mike Pompeo, Glenn Beck, Rick Perry, Susan Collins. They all had negative things to say about this dude before he became the president. They
Right.
all hated him. They all knew he was a narcissist. You know what I'm saying? They all knew that he was a bad, terrible candidate. But now he's our guy. You know what I'm saying?
He
He's
helps their
touting,
pockets.
yeah, he's touting and towing the party line or whatnot. There's a book that's coming out by this guy. His name is Brian Stelter. His book is called Hoax: Donald Trump, Fox News, and the Dangerous Distortion of Truth. So this guy, he talks about how, you know, he I guess he used to work for Fox News, but of course he doesn't have a big name or whatnot. He's just a reporter, writer, and stuff like that, editor, all of that or whatever. And he knew, of course, you know, y'all know Sean Hannity is like the big guy at Fox. Then you got like Laura Ingraham and
Yep.
all of these other cronies and stuff like that. All of them have had negative things to say about Trump as well. But now, you know, that he's, you know, like I say, towing the party narrative and stuff like that or whatever, they consistently pushing out these narratives and stuff like that or whatever, you know, that he's the greatest Republican. Man, this dude said he's been to like on set, we all pretty much hate Sean Hannity and Rush Limbaugh and these guys. Offset, these dudes going to the same bars and stuff like that as Don Lemon, as Kubi, what his name is, Kubi, what's the guy name? The other dude, Kumio or Como or whatever.
Oh, come on.
Cuomo.
All these dudes hang out together.
Chris,
Whatever,
Chris
bro, I don't
Cuomo?
care.
It was Chris.
Yeah, Como. All these cats be hanging out together at the same places. They be hugged up and drinking drinks together and all of that type of stuff. But when they go on air, is I hate this person and this person is stupid and I can't, you know, all of that type of stuff. And then it trickles down to us on the ground, not us, you know, right here or whatever, but these other people who literally hate each other. All you see is these negative connotations, racist bullshit spewed back and forth between these people, libtards and Democrat, all of that type of rhetoric or whatever, when the people that you're listening to, that you're getting this information from, they don't even feel that way about each other.
It's their job. That's
Yeah,
their job.
they
go
know
in,
they're
they
in
do their
media.
job, and then they go home.
Yeah, they know they're in media, and a lot of them, I mean, some of them probably don't even believe what they're saying themselves. They just, you know, follow the narrative for the station that they're on.
For the
So
money.
I mean, yeah, and for the money. But I mean, shoot, I see that at work. I see people that you know, hang with my enemies, that people that definitely aren't fighting for the causes that I believe in. But, you know, but then they come to me secretly and say, hey, this is how I really feel. So people do that everywhere, you know, and but they feel like they have to sell their soul in a way, I guess.
But this is way more dangerous though.
It is. It definitely
The thing is the effects of what they say and what they do, they don't feel it because of, you know, they don't live around the people that they affect. They don't talk to the people that they affect. They have no interaction with those people. They don't live on social media seeing what these people talk about all day and seeing the hate that's being spewed. They know about it because they have people that work in the studios that come up with the storylines that they're supposed to talk about.
Right.
So they're doing the research comes from other people.
They just recite it. Right.
Exactly. They just recite it. So they don't care. You know,
and some of them probably do believe what they're saying, but some people really try to. It's just like there's some political people that live together where you had was it Arnold Schwarzenegger and his wife, two different political parties, you know. So I mean, in hardcore, you know, far left, far right, you know. So some people are able to push through that. Many people aren't. So
all these folks that think that Sean Hannity and Rush Limbaugh and all of these guys are really truthful and rocking with them, run up on them. See if you can get close to them. See if talk, you know what I'm saying? Let them know that you're their biggest fan and all of that type of stuff and see what type of reaction you get. I guarantee you it's not going to be the reaction that you want because you mean nothing. Thank you for your money. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that or whatever. I'm going to lunch.
Yeah, what kind of life you living if when you see Sean Hannity, you like, oh my God, it's Sean Hannity.
Bro,
Like I know there's people out there. I know it is.
Bro,
I'm
the
just
dude
saying,
is
like,
the dude live in a mansion, bro. He live in, I think, they say like a $25 million house or something like that.
They got
Something like that. So he got in New York, to say the least. So he got big money, bro, from doing. And they say Rush Limbaugh, I think he worth like $50-something million or something like that.
Definitely.
So they making money for this, for spewing this hateful rhetoric.
Right. Yeah. And they've sold books. People, they have podcasts. They have it all.
And everybody says behind the scenes, these dudes lovable family men.
Well, people say that about serial killers as well. So I don't.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So what we're gonna do is vote. And you can't see my shirt because my audio engineer made sure that my microphone was in a certain space. But make sure we vote. Yeah. Anybody but Trump at this point.
Oh yeah, not anybody but Trump. No, we got to vote for Biden. I mean, we ain't got.
Well, that's our only other option.
So. Well, that's what I mean. I mean, come on now. Who else I'm talking about?
I'm just saying we can't.
We can all write it. No, everybody that's listening, write in Damian Williams on it.
Yeah, I'm not being politically correct. I'm voting for Biden or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I'm voting for Biden. I'm gonna say what I'm doing, but I'm just,
Guess who donated thousands of dollars to Kamala Harris though? Before
who?
Trump did.
Trump and Ivanka.
When? Recently?
Back when she was.
when she was there. Oh, okay, yeah.
He donated like $6,000, which is a drop in the bucket for him. I mean, it's not a lot of money, but he donated though.
Yeah, he donated to HBCUs too.
But now is Joe in the hole though.
Yeah.
It's whatever fits him.
Right, fits his narrative. I mean, he put more into making sure the Central Park 5 was locked up, so
yep.
That was $1 million ad. So, I mean, I don't really, we look at where people spend their money. That's nothing to him. It's just like, I'm going to donate here so I can say, just like he'll donate to some blacks to say he helped blacks. It's almost like when people say, well, when men sleep with other, that don't mean they in love with somebody. I mean, he gonna throw his money around. I put my money where my heart is. Yeah. Trump puts his money where it benefits him and where it makes it look.
You also got to you also got to pay attention to how much of the money he actually spending. So the reason why I say this, so like if I'm driving and then I stop at a red light and it's a homeless person there and I give him $1, you ain't nobody gonna blink an eye. But the percentage of $1 to what I make and how much I have, I'm not trying to give you a whole lot. So with somebody like Trump, it looks on the surface for us, it looks great because he gave 6,000 or even if he gave $1 million because of how much money he has. But but when your heart is in something, your dollar amount, if you give him money, shows. So with all the money he got, if he gave like 20 million to something out of his own pocket, I would say he probably cares about that. Because that's a dent in your pocket. So when you give a small amount of money, but you're worth a lot, that's tax purposes. I'm not going to say you don't care. Well, in his case, I'm going to say you don't care. But I'm not going to always say you don't care. Well, I'm not talking about your point. I just was talking about the money part. When people donate money. In general, that never really moves me when you got a lot of money and you donate what seems to be a lot, but we know your worth is 500 million and you donate 50,000. I'm like, yeah, that's a lot of money, but come
not
on.
Not for you, though.
Not for you, exactly. But like your heart ain't in that probably.
He don't donate that type of money to nobody, though. It's only to keep prostitutes silent.
But that's my point.
I don't know if we know that. We only know what has been shown. We don't even know what his taxes are. I feel like, you got all of his tax people's attorneys, everybody, they're being indicted, going to jail. We don't know where they're handling and pushing out his money to keep him out of trouble. We only know what's popped up.
That's true.
So, this is only coming up because everybody wants to discredit her. But I'm pretty sure if you figure out, he probably funded the whole, am I saying it wrong, Epstein or Epstein's Island? We'll never know.
And that's why he's fighting right now to not have to show his documents, tax documents, because he's being sued right now to have to show his tax documents. He's trying to get the court to he's trying to appeal it so he don't have to do it.
Right.
So I mean, you try to sue me to see my tax stuff. Okay, I ain't got nothing to hide.
Right. He's just an all-around horrible person.
Yeah, but he knows letting that get out of what he donated to her or her office or whatever, or the state of California, is only going to help us at this level, people that are trying to vote every day or just trying to say, and discredit her and, her record. And he knows that. He knows that's a great tactic. I do it too. I wouldn't. I'm not that type, but you know what I mean.
This dude is pulling every trick that he can to try to be a to give himself some type of leverage to win. Every trick, like the voter suppression
funny.
stuff, like
The
it is
post office.
like,
Oh my
Pulling the
God, bro!
machines and-
Come on, man. That's like how I don't.
Twilight
Am I
Zone.
being? Yeah, exactly. Am I being naive? You know what I'm saying? Like y'all can't see. Like even if like this is supposed to be a democracy. Even if you don't agree with us over here and we don't agree with y'all over there or whatever, you know, of course it's not mob rule where the majority rules. That's the reason for the electoral college and stuff like that or whatever.
Right.
But I don't see Democrats pulling moves to try to, you know what I'm saying, you know, fake their way into the White House or whatever, steal their way into the White House.
This is even new to me in regards to Republicans. I mean, I've seen, you know, of course, Florida and all that. No. I'm talking about the level. I'm not saying that they haven't stole some things, and I'm sure Democrats have done as well. All I'm saying is this is a new level. Like every day I wake up and like, what's next? I mean, Steve Bannon, you get indicted by the feds, and then the same day the feds let you go. Like what? If the feds indicted you, they picked you up. That means they got all the material.
Yep.
It wasn't no accident.
Right.
You're out the same day. So, I mean, this is definitely a movie. And I you know, art imitates life, but I ain't seen this one. I haven't even seen this.
Well,
I mean, it just makes you realize that all these policies and stuff that's supposed to be in place to uphold our nation's values and the Constitution and the laws, they don't mean nothing when it comes to the people who actually can enforce it. You know, like there's no way in hell we should be having this conversation about the post office and what he's doing with the post office.
I mean,
like
taking the machines and just like junking them, throwing them out, and I'm
pulling up.
I don't know about y'all. I'm going to
pulling up post boxes.
Crazy.
Like
people are like they're late on their bills because they paid their bills. Old people haven't gotten their medicine, and like there's no accountability for that.
Nope.
My fault, Regina. I cut you off. I'm sorry.
The Postmaster General is a Trump supporter. But I'm going to the poll to vote. I'm going to vote early. I know every state doesn't have early voting, but we do. And so like several days of early voting. So I'm not taking any chance in mailing anything. I'll mail anything really anyway. So I'm going to go to the polls and, you know, wear my mask and get in line and take a lunch and maybe a dinner and a lawn chair just in case, and a good book in case I have to stand in line all day. That's what I'm going to do.
I read something that was saying that one of the reasons, so of course, it's obvious one of the reasons why he is doing what he's doing with the post office is because people want to do mail-in voting because they don't want to go out, you know, pandemic, blah, blah, blah. But then I read something in the same article that I read, it was talking about how, you know, they feel that they believe that they're going to have like white supremacists or paid white supremacists at polls to antagonize people when they come up to vote.
I'm ready.
I hope they're out there.
I haven't had a good fight in a long time. I'm so ready. I am ready.
I hope they out there when I pull up.
Yeah,
me too.
But in the predominantly Black areas, it's already limited poll locations, and it's already wrapped around. And a lot of people do wait to the last minute. They're banking on. I mean, the thing is, they're just going to limit. They're going to take one of the schools, one of the churches away, and everybody's just not going to get in at a certain time, you know? So I think the tactics that they've been doing for the past few elections have worked. They're continuing to work. And even if they don't change anything, the thing is, we're not changing. We're not catching up, you know, on what's going on to keep us from voting. I mean, at this point in age, we should be able to vote from our phone. I did my census from my computer. You know, I understand that there could be, someone could steal things from there. They could hack, but they can hack in any system. There's no reason I should have to leave my home. I should be able to vote securely from my phone or my computer.
Yep, I agree. 100%.
That Steve Bannon story, that's one of my favorite stories that's going on right now, whatever, because it shows how, like I said, these people don't give a damn about you. Like stupid white supremacists that's out there pumping your fist, thinking that these people are doing what's in your best interest. They don't give a damn about you. They will take your money though. You know what I'm saying? They these people, this dude, they started a build that wall fund.
Yep.
And all of these idiots gave money, which is why we saying we canceling Goya, because you an idiot if you from the Mexican community or whatever,
Right.
and you gonna forget the fact that he wanted to build a wall to keep you out.
Keep your people
Right.
out.
Forgot that he started the DACA. I mean that he trying to end the DACA, the Dreamer program or whatever.
And that
You
he
forgot
covered
it?
kids in foil and put them in cages.
Exactly. You forgot about all of that. You know what I'm saying? So
They ain't forget. They was on board with it when it came out. It don't touch those people. A lot of those. Now, I'm not saying all. A lot of those people, like you talking about the Goya president, and a lot of Hispanics are not that well off. So he's maybe an exception. But they gotta have a lot of Hispanics who do well for themselves, and they believe what Trump is saying. About Mexicans coming over and crossing the border. They making us look bad. They doing this like just like you got some black people who support Trump and what he's saying about what other people say about black people, like they can get a job, they can I did it, I made it out. Like they refuse to look at the systems that are in place that make it hard for these people to overcome and live a good life. They forget, they neglect, they forget to look at that part of it, and they just see the outcome, and then they categorize everybody into one group.
Jay-Z made it. All y'all can make it, but what if I can't rap? Then what?
They don't like the way
What if I can't
Jay-Z
dribble
made
a
it.
ball? What if I can't throw a football? What if I can't catch a football?
Shut up and dribble. Shut up and dribble.
I mean, you got plenty of people who can do all that, and it's limited still. That's a very small percentage of people who get to that level simply because it's a very limited field to be super successful in, whether it's sports or the entertainment industry. Like we know people who we played basketball with and seen them play back at home in little bitty Alexandria, Louisiana, and we was like amazed by their skills. Them boys ain't even get to a Division I top school. I mean, so it's not it's not about that. And I know that's not what you meant, Damon, when you said it. I'm just saying it's like it doesn't even matter if you can do that. You shouldn't have to do that to be able to live a successful life. You shouldn't have a superior talent to be able to make it as a black person or a Hispanic person or any other race outside of being white.
Right.
Yeah.
That should be your right. You should only be able to mess it up. That's it.
Yeah, that's straight. Speaking of postmasters, so in the Breonna Taylor case, those officers still have not been arrested or whatnot. They lied and said that the postmaster in that area in Kentucky said, what was that in Lexington or Louisville? Yeah. One of them. Well, anyway, they said the postmaster said that that she was receiving suspicious packages, and the postmaster was like, that's not the truth. That you never reported anything like that or whatever. So we don't know where y'all get that from.
This is what I don't understand. If I was tracking a package that's supposed to be delivered to me because I didn't receive it, within a day, I'll, for the most part, be able to know where it went if it didn't get to me. So they supposed to still be investigating Breonna Taylor's murder. They don't have cell phone. Are they using the telegram system or something? Is it taking like weeks to get a message to one person and then it take another few weeks to get a message back? Like these people, you know who you need to talk to about whatever happened. I mean, like, what is the problem? What is the holdup? Because it would be complete anarchy if they did this. But damn, they ain't even came out and said we not arresting nobody. So obviously the investigation is still open. What is taking so damn long?
Right.
Okay, this is like my main major issue with it, besides all of the other messed up stuff about it or whatever, is the fact that y'all was so damn tactical about somebody that may have had a couple of birds or whatever. May have. Let's say Breonna Taylor was moving weight. Let's say she had a couple of birds in the apartment in the closet and she was moving in and out and stuff like that or whatever. Why does that make her more of a criminal than Lori Loughlin or however you pronounce her name and her husband with the college scandal? How does that make her more dangerous? How come Lori from family
Full House.
Full House. Yeah.
Aunt Becky.
How come? Yeah. How come she just got sentenced and she gets to get her affairs in order? Yeah, she got 2 months and her husband got 5, but they get to get their affairs in order. They're not going to jail until November sometime. You know what I'm saying? Breonna Taylor, they just, okay, she got the dope. Let's go bust in our house right now. They was going to sentence her ASAP. You know, it was going to prosecute. All of that was going to happen ASAP. She was going to go right to prison right after.
The same night.
The same day or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But why so tactical over something that's not, can drug dealing be dangerous? Yes, but there are dangerous people that sell drugs or whatnot. Everybody that sells drugs is not a dangerous person.
So this the thing. I went and did my research on this because I didn't want to be one of those people that was just saying, you know, arrest the cops that murdered Breonna Taylor and not have, you know, information from background. So I went in and I did as much digging as I could when everything happened, and even, you know, afterwards because stuff was coming out. So this is what I read. The guy, his last name was Glover, that she was affiliated with, was an ex-boyfriend of hers. So when you hear people saying, oh, it was her boyfriend, blah, 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 and everybody's like, nah, her boyfriend had nothing to do with this. They're talking about the ex-boyfriend. So ex-boyfriend, they had been monitoring him. He was selling drugs. They had arrested him, you know, I think a day before. But prior to arresting him, he was already in custody. But prior to them arresting him, they were tracking him to see, like, you know, where he was going, who he was hanging out with. So he went to her house a few times, and they noticed that he went in one day and came out with a package. So because she was affiliated, Breonna Taylor was affiliated with him in that way. They never saw him bring any drugs. They never saw him do anything illegal. They never saw her do anything illegal, more importantly. Nothing at all. But because he went to her house a few times, that was enough for them to feel like they could get the warrant. And that's why they had the warrant to go into her house. So after all that happened, you know, they got the no-knock warrant. They did what they're supposed to do. You know, they had very detailed information, even from police officers saying how, you know, that one of the police officers, the one that was fired, he was reckless in what he was doing, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to go into all that. The thing with the post office, like what you said, Damon, they were saying that they were getting, you know, something from the post office saying that, you know, they were receiving packages. The most that she would have received as a package from him was like an order of shoes or something. That's what was sent to her house for him. He went and picked up something that he purchased that came to her house. That is why that's the only reason why he was there, to pick up that particular package. So forget and I mean, I know you was making a point about how they did Laura, whatever, on Becky compared to how they did Breonna Taylor. But I don't even want to even think like that, because she was not a criminal. Like, she wasn't even a criminal. She wasn't even the one that they were looking at. You know, see, if she was a criminal, I still would disagree, but then I would be more like, yeah, Damon, you're right. This is how they did old girl, you know, Aunt Becky, and this is how they did Breonna Taylor. But Breonna Taylor wasn't even a criminal. and they gave her a no-knock warrant to come into her house and end up shooting her, because her boyfriend was protecting him and her because he didn't know what the hell was going on. Right. They botched the case because this is what they said. The surveillance was wrong. They got bad information. He wasn't supposed to be there. They knew she had a boyfriend, and he wasn't supposed to be there. They thought she was at home alone.
Well, I don't know. Didn't she have a sister that lives there as well, but she just wasn't there at the moment?
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, they completely botched the thing anyways. Yeah. So like everything about this situation is messed up.
So you telling me you know all of this information? You know when she eats cereal in the morning and what time she wake up and what time she leave to go jogging and all of that type of stuff. So how come you couldn't get her when she was going jogging, then go in her house?
Why did it have to be in the middle of the night? My issue is they did not render aid. When her mom, and I don't know if anybody listened to the interview that her mom gave about the whole situation, they gave the mom the runaround and told her her daughter was no longer in the apartment, that she was at the hospital. So mom left to go find her at the hospital, wasn't there. She was still laying on the floor there, no aid rendered. And supposedly she could have possibly been saved if they would have just rendered aid at that time. And they lied to the mother over and over and over again, where their daughter was, what happened, and all of that. So, I mean, it's even further to me than that. Yeah, it shouldn't have got to that point, but you didn't even think of her as a life that needed to be, saved.
They shouldn't have even been there. The guy they were looking for was already in custody. They shouldn't have been there.
And that night? Yeah, like why? I don't know.
Think about it. And maybe the investigation is going on because they got a whole bunch of stuff and they're trying to get more so they can give them the maximum. Maybe that's what's happening. I mean, maybe that's it. I don't know. But it's like all this that happened, you ain't done nothing yet. Nobody has been arrested. Well, you ain't heard nothing. Like they need to get this right. They definitely need to get this right.
And all of you people who are so concerned about defunding the police that don't even understand what that means. Donald Trump is trying to defund healthcare for the military.
Shit, they didn't already defunded healthcare for a lot of people and education. Education defunded.
But the military though, the same people that y'all was pissed off and fighting for when Colin Kaepernick was kneeling. Oh, he's disrespecting the veterans. He's disrespecting the military, which it had not a damn thing to do with the military or the veterans or nobody. None of that. That's not the reason why he was kneeling. But it's just crazy how many, like I say, show me a follower, I'll show you a hypocrite.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I just want to bring this up real quick. A couple shows ago, D. Will, brought up something from my past that was very unflattering. He told a story when I mispronounced Ving Rhames' name and said Ving Rhames. I remember. I'm not gonna let that pass that you just said, Andrew Cuomo. Cuomo. All right. I'm not gonna let that pass. I just wanted to bring that up, make sure that everybody's aware. Okay.
And I don't think I don't think that meets the threshold or of being Ramses the third.
It may not. I'm not saying they're equal.
Anyway, but, man, what we looking like? Hey, bro, I'm gonna pronounce his name wrong after this because man, I don't be caring about these people. I'll be having to look them up for the show.
I don't care about Ving Rhames either.
Chris Cuomo.
Well, you're a host. But you're a host, so you have to care. Put a little respect on their names.
Their names correctly.
It's a part of being media.
Andrew Cuomo.
What's the name? George Bush called Kanye Conway. So
well, he wasn't in media. He was just the president.
Which George Bush? George Jr. or
the baby boy?
The one that don't care about black.
Yeah, he also said, "Fool me once, shame on me."
Yeah.
Fool me twice.
Fool me can't be fooled again.
just don't fool me again. Yeah,
fool me don't fool again.
Hey, that boy, he like Trump makes him look like
a genius.
There's a YouTube collage of the dumbest things Bush says, and I used to watch that just to laugh. And right now, it has nothing on that, like what we're dealing with every day in real time.
Every single day.
People are dying that have never died before.
Yeah, well, that's the sad
one took me out.
Bigly.
No, when he said that, people are dying that have never died before, I'm like,
Yeah, and he believes it. That's sad. He believes what he said. It makes sense to him.
He just goes off.
Well, maybe he knows something we don't know. That's what I'm saying. Maybe they had never died before.
Got some reincarnation going on that
aliens. He said he was going to tell us about the aliens soon. That's what I really wanted to know about.
Waiting on that too. The aliens.
Oh man.
Trump do that, man. I have to give him a double thumbs up.
Yeah, thumbs up, but he ain't getting my vote.
No, not at all.
No, he probably one of the aliens. He just gonna reveal his people.
That's why he ain't got no taxes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What we looking like on time, Kapil?
We probably got about another 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
Maybe.
I'm guessing.
Maybe.
Okay.
Because we had I think we had an hour now.
We had an hour right now?
Yep.
Oh, I'm way off then.
I don't think it's been that long. It has because we started.
We started. 10 minutes. 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 When we started the show, it was around like right at 2.
Well, I'm at 59 minutes. 59 minutes and 38 seconds right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, about an hour.
So anyway, what you got on Toka Pill?
Oh man, I got something nice. I mean, I think all y'all gonna like love these. I just got them in the mail a couple days ago. Won one time the Road Gold Air Max 2s. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, these my new second favorite right now.
Oh, what's the first?
I don't know.
That
What's my first?
Let us. You gotta let us see the bottom.
Well, he just got them.
They're a little dirty because I won one time.
Did wear them?
But they
where'd you
all
go?
white though, to work. I wore these to work. I think Wednesday or Thursday.
What kind of units you had on with them, though?
Huh?
What kind of units you had on with them?
Probably something shiny.
I had on.
Shiny suit man, Puff Daddy.
I had on
the Missy garbage bag, like the.
I had on a regular polo. I had a regular polo style shirt. It was salmon color to accent the the rose gold.
The rose gold
with some khakis, but the khakis they like Pepto Bismol color, so it was like a complete bin of pink. No, I'm just joking. But some khakis, some regular khakis or whatever.
I thought you were serious for a moment.
I could see him wearing that. And
I would wear something like that.
In it.
I sure would.
And strut in there and be mad if somebody says something to him.
Yeah, because, my confidence is always at an all-time high. I wear something, I don't care what nobody think about it. I'm good.
I mean, me either. I wore something one day and he was like, you look like you about to go. It was a leather jacket, something I had on, and he made a comment and I was like, whatever. I like it. I like it.
You was off the set of Grease Lightning or something like that?
No. What did you say? Do you even remember what I'm talking about?
I remember what you're talking about, but I don't remember what I said. I don't remember what I said.
It was whatever it was ignorant, but I didn't care because I liked it and I felt good in it.
That's what it is. Well, are we done for the day? Ladies
I think so. I think we are.
I think it's a wrap.
I want to just make a public service announcement. Vote early, vote often.
Yes.
Don't vote for a random candidate. Vote for somebody who's going to be able to.
Don't vote for Kanye.
Don't vote for Kanye. That's what I'm trying to say.
And don't forget about voting after this presidential election, because this is just the beginning. Like, the most important votes are going to come after this. The local votes. So yeah.
Yes. Vote early, vote often.
Facts. And if you're in Alexandria, Louisiana, you definitely need to be voting for Reddix Washington, for David Williams. And I got another endorsement that I'm going to do a little bit later or whatnot. That's probably going to be the last one. But this is Acoustic Chef. And we appreciate y'all. And, keep sharing, keep listening, keep commenting.
Subscribe, like, and let us know what you want to talk about. What happened that we don't know about.
Right. And shop black on. Shop black on. Black Wall Street. If you don't know what Black Wall Street is, you need to do some research. Know that we have prominence in our culture, even in America. We've done it before. We can do it again. Shop black on. Let's start making our dollars actually matter in our community.
Bam. All right. Y'all have a good day.
All right, caveman. Later.
Why I'm caveman?